don't have any emotional attachments to any of these fights or any of these fighters. However, there is a soft spot in my heart for Chavez Jr. I do admit. And Paulie Malignaggi. And Oscar De La Hoya. He really broke my heart with that motherfucking fishnet shit, man. I'll tell a story to the day I die. I remember when it first came out, I was in college at the time. And I'm telling people, man, that's that new digital Photoshop shit. That's that new digital shit. That ain't really him. You know, in the future, they going to have motherfucking phones that you can touch the screen and digital shit. I was telling people that back in motherfucking when that shit came out. You know? I don't know. I'm going to the media workout tomorrow. Probably the press conference. I'm not sure. No, damn it. We're not talking about the zone right now. Damn it. We gotta come back at 4:30. All right. Look at the clock at 4:30. Before 4:30, because the Golovkin press conference starts, and then we're going to talk about the zone card. So right now, it's best for us to talk about Shawn Porter versus Yordenis Ugas. All right. Shawn Porter couldn't get it on the inside. Which interview should we watch? The post-fight we haven't seen. I haven't seen the post-fight interview. He couldn't get it on the inside. And Yordenis Ugas was doing too much, as they say, posturing. You know, posing. Making all these faces and shit. Now, don't get me wrong. His stock has risen dramatically.
Now the defending WBC welterweight king, Shawn Porter.
You know, here, let's listen in. Let's listen in.
Well, we can talk to him now, the defending WBC welterweight king, Shawn Porter. Shawn, good to see you. Congratulations on defending the title. How do you assess that performance tonight, and how do you feel?
My dad does not shoot me any gas. I think Keith can attest to that. My dad does not tell me lies. He does not blow smoke. I'm coming back to the corner. My dad is telling me that I'm doing a beautiful job of boxing. He says my jab looked beautiful and just keep doing what you're doing. We wanted to outbox him and then eventually turn it on and press him. But my dad did not see a point in doing that tonight. He thought that, not that we wanted to fight safe, but that was the smartest way to fight, the way that we fought for 12 rounds. No one's ever seen me fight like that before. And I think that might have even thrown the judges a little bit. But whatever the case may be, I am still a WBC champion.
Hey, Shawn, you always give a good honest performance. You're always in great shape or whatever. Just tonight, though, you're short on your punches. You're eating more punches than normally, and you're more effective on the inside, but you were staying on the outside, which I did not think was effective for you, me personally.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead. So you felt you were doing better on the outside.
I was gonna say, honestly, I'm a little frustrated that I wasn't able to get to the body as much as we had planned, as much as I wanted to, even throughout the fight, but. As the rounds go, as the clock ticks, you do what's working, and what was working tonight was the foot movement. It wasn't allowing Ugas to get close to me. It made him continue to reset, and there were a lot of times when he would reset where I would just be able to pop the jab and continue to move. So I think we fought a good, smart fight tonight. I thought we fought very consistent, and I thought that we run a majority of the rounds. I don't know. I would have to take a look at the fight to tell you how many rounds I had given. I would have given Ugas, but right now, not very many. Yes.
Hey, Shawn, I got a quick question for you, my man.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's going to be a little different. How did it feel fighting in that weather? You know, we're here in the studio, but everyone was saying it was cold. Did that affect you at all tonight? Was it in your head?
It wasn't. My team is great. Hal Chernoff put two little blankets together, and we went up in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but in between rounds, we put a blanket on, and you know how it is when you're in the midst of the fire. That adrenaline's going, everything's pumping. You don't feel anything outside of your brain thinking and what you need to do. So tonight was not as bad as most people would have thought. But I don't think I would want to do it again. Not around this time of the year. Not around this time of the year.
Listen, Shawn, thank you so much for making time for us. Congratulations. Enjoy the evening. We know we're going.
Now, on first review, remember, on first review, I was bitching. I didn't want to say that I had Shawn Porter winning. You know why? Because I was really dead tired. And also, two of the rounds, rounds 7 and 8, I was upstairs, finishing up dinner. But what I was seeing was Shawn Porter, with his height, as we were talking about in the past, you know, the lunging. But we did see he has a pretty good jab. But it wasn't until the second half, more so the last quarter of the fight, where he really started getting in on the inside. And what I was seeing was that he was outworking from my judging style. From my judging style. Now understand, as I've said before, all judges have their own different criteria. There's really no one set, even though it should be. But still, all judges have their own criteria, you know? And I was seeing Shawn lunging a lot during the beginning of the fight. And Ugas, yeah, he was neutralizing a lot of it, but he was weary on closing the distance. And when Shawn Porter was getting closer and closer to the ropes on the back foot, it was almost like he was afraid or too cautious to engage. Because you would see him be like, okay, all right, you know, Ugas got him. He got him. He wouldn't cut the ring and go in there after him, almost like he was afraid to get, like, chin checked. You see what I'm saying? And Shawn Porter, you know, I'm guessing that he understood that Ugas, you know, with the not really the Cuban school that we know, but, you know, depending on, you know, the judges, it could have went, you know, a whole different way. But once again, Ugas' stock has risen. Now, who will he fight and who will want to fight him? You know? No, he was hitting Porter with some shit. He definitely was hitting Porter with some shit. But I enjoyed the fight because you know why? Because those type of fights where watching it on replay, you're not going to enjoy it. But watching it the first time, especially with the controversy from Shawn Porter having the issues on the scale, you know, it's one of those fights that it was high tension, you know, with the weather, you know, like the storyline from the fight was there, you know, unfortunately, you know, it didn't do well with ticket sales. And, you know, I'm interested to see what the ratings are going to be. But the storyline was there from, you know, the weigh-in all the way up until, you know, the final bell. You know, and we knew that Shawn Porter wasn't going to give him no rematch, or is not going to give him no rematch until he's mandated to. And Ugas has to work his way back up. You think that gives us Ugas versus Danny Garcia, or Danny Garcia versus Ugas if he beats Granados? I don't think so. But you know, I think Danny Garcia would be more gung-ho on getting in on the inside. You know? We got about another 5 minutes, and then once again, we're going to take an hour and 15-minute break. I'm going to be back. Let's go check over on the Zones page. In fact, let's check out what Shawn Porter had to say when he was on Inside PBC yesterday in the studio. But it's 8 minutes long. God damn, we can't listen to no 8 minutes. Shit. Here, let me go check over here first. Where we at? See what time this press conference starts. I think it's 4:30 Eastern. Yeah, here we are. Now see it? So this is what we're doing, all right? Golovkin's official signing press conference is at 4:30 Eastern. Look at the damn clock. All right? So this is what we're doing. You see it? Can y'all see it? That's what we're doing. This is today. Wait, is that today? Damn it. Does that say tomorrow today? Oh, that was 20 hours ago. Okay, yeah. This is today. All right? So we got to take a break and then come back. But let's go skim through this real quick. See what was going on here. Ugas versus Devin Alexander, Omar Figueroa. That's very logical. TstreeT, what do you think about Spence not fighting Ugas before when he was the mandatory? Good question. No, it was positioning, actually. I remember that. It was positioning. I think that, you know, they didn't want the Ugas fight to stop the potential Mikey Garcia fight. That's a good question. I forgot all about that. Okay, let's skim through this.
Makes you feel good.
Write the scripts. First of all, how are you feeling?
I feel great. Yeah? I feel great. Yeah, I feel good. Obviously, being able to just be.
No, they saving Mean Machine. Kavalauskas
makes you feel good.
He's still growing a little bit.
Unscathed and healthy feels good as well. So I'm feeling great.
There was a lot of talk here. I was watching it with Keith and with Ray Mancini, and at the final bell, it almost looked like you gave Ugas a nod as if to say, yeah, you got that, or yeah, you won that. What was your thinking? What was the gesture meant to me?
Yeah, what happened with that?
I look to my dad for everything, and that's just a part of the team. That's a part of how we operate. So he gets in the ring, he's happy, he's smiling and stuff like that. But I really wanted his eyes to say, hey, look at me. I said, what you think? He said, oh, what you talking about? Well, I think we got this. No problem. I just needed that from him. Once I got that from him, I knew we had the fight. Hearing that it was going to be a split decision definitely caught me by surprise. Mm-hmm. I knew I had won, and the only thing I could think outside of winning was split draw, which I've been hearing a lot of recently. But I knew that it was my fight.
I think that a lot of people felt that they had perhaps missed the Shawn Porter that they have become so accustomed to, right? And it was a general consensus, I think, that the 5th round here was the one that the guys enjoyed seeing you in most and thought that you were strongest in.
Okay.
Yeah, what she's saying is, like a lot of people were saying, we're not used to the boxing Shawn Porter, you know? We're not used to it. You know, he's not a bad boxer or anything, but his height, you know, sometimes limit him, you know, and we are going to have to get used to the fact that he's not just a pressure fighter. You know, he does have some skills, even though, you know, I don't believe that, you know, and I be watching, I don't believe that he intentionally leads with his head. I just think it's his style, especially when he be trying to, like, duck and weave to get in on the inside. You know,